The chair calls Jeremy Newman, Policy Director, Texas Homeschool Coalition, testifying for House Bill 2849.
Chairman, members of the committee, my name is Jeremy Newman. I'm Policy Director with the Texas Homeschool Coalition. We're the largest statewide advocacy organization for homeschooling and parental rights in Texas, and we deal a lot in CPS issues because of the pretty obvious relationship that it has to parental rights issues. This issue is actually one that we've been working on this session already. And to give you guys some background on how this works, right now when a CPS caseworker adds a reason to believe finding into a family's file, they're automatically added to the child abuse registry. And that decision is made by the caseworker and CPS internally, and there's not necessarily any obvious accountability to that unless the family is going to challenge it. And so we've been involved in situations before where a parent is added to the registry, sometimes without even knowing they were being investigated by CPS at all. And the first time they ever find out that they're on the registry is years later when they apply for a job working with children and they're declined because they failed the background check. And so there are situations where I think, as the bill is trying to solve specifically, even after CPS has, or after administrative review hearing has found that the parent was not abusive or neglectful, and all of the charges are dropped, they can still remain on the registry. There's a mother in Fort Worth that we've been working with for the last few years who recently had over 40 false allegations overturned against her through an administrative review hearing and still remains on the registry. So we really see this as a pretty obvious no-brainer solution to a problem that really shouldn't have existed in the first place, but administratively it does. So I'd be happy to answer questions.
Let me ask you a question. So the department can place a parent on the list, but not required to notify the parent that they were placed on the list?
My understanding is that they are required to notify the parent, but they don't always notify the parent. And so there are situations where the parent doesn't know until they fail their background check trying to get a job. I think someone mentioned earlier trying to work with their church or maybe even as a nurse.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Any other questions of Mr. Newman, members? Mr. Newman, again, thank you for your testimony.